Okay, so you guys are the Bash Brothers. You guys are doing your thing. And then at the start of 1988, you actually guaranteed that you'd hit at least 40 home runs and steal at least 40 bases, which you actually did.
Yeah,
you
well,
actually
if you look,
had 42 home runs and 40 steals.
right, if you look at my track record before, I never had the green light, but I was pretty fast. I think I had an 87, an 86, maybe 15 stolen bases. I got caught twice, maybe another 15 or 6 got caught 4 times. So I knew I had the ability. I didn't really know how to steal bases yet, but I had the speed and I worked on it. I was extremely raw. But so after the 87 season, before the 88 season, spring training came around, I worked with sprinting technicians at the University of Miami. And I had them teach me how to accelerate my first step because I was very tall. I weighed about 240 pounds. I was heavy too. So they taught me how to basically do a lunge jump to move 240 pounds with the center of gravity of being so tall, it works against me. So they taught me how to do a lunge jump to accelerate the first couple steps because stealing bases is simply, of course, you don't steal it off the catcher, you steal it off the actual pitcher. And your first 2 steps determine whether you're going to steal the base or not. No ifs and buts about it. So by the end of the session, I think I worked with them for about 3 months or 4 months. I actually was the fastest sprinter they had at University of Miami at 240 pounds, the biggest. Actually, they would clock me at a 4.29, 4.28, 40 consistently. That's very fast for a guy of my size. So when I go into spring training, I said, listen, I think this year I'm going to do the 40-40. They laughed at me, literally laughed at me. And of course, at that time, you would think, this kid's either arrogant, he's crazy. But I'm thinking in my head, I worked extremely hard. I didn't really know that the 40-40 had never been done before. I thought it had been done several times. I didn't think it was something so difficult to do. But when the media mentioned it, at one time I kind of doubted myself and said, did I stick my foot in my mouth here? But I said, wait a minute. I have the ability. I've got the power. I've got the know-how. All I have to do is stay healthy and apply it. So yeah, I guarantee it. I said, well, listen, I'm going to be the first person ever to do the 40-40. So I went after it. By mid-season, I was halfway there. And then by in September, I think I hit the 40th home run of Saberhagen. Then I think September 23rd in Milwaukee. Now, the ironic and funny thing about that scenario was that the Oakland A's wanted me to steal the base at home. So that game, I stole base number 39. And there was kind of like a tone saying, Jose, you have one more base to steal. Why don't you steal it at home in front of the crowd so you can kind of celebrate it there? But I'm thinking in my head, wait a minute, that would be great. But what if all of a sudden I get injured? What if, I pull a hamstring, something happens that I'm one base short and I don't get it when I promised, number one, my mom on her deathbed to become the best player in the world. And I knew at that time, if I would accomplish the 40-40, I would win the MVP unanimously and be rated, at least for that time frame, that you're the best player in the world. So I just went after it and did it.